What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Bedrock Let's Play here on the Xbox One. So guys, today's episode we have some exciting news to start off with. We of course added a new subscriber to our subscriber forest, and that is none other than AGK Gaming. So hey, thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and you'll forever be in our subscriber forest. So you guys ask, what are we going to do this episode? Well, I would like to start this episode off with finishing up this little bit of terraforming we have, and we have a little bit left over here. And I also want to do the school sidewalk. And I just want to do those projects before we move on to something else. That way we can kind of just keep moving forward and, not having to keep on going back. But after we finish those guys, I want to build a gas station. And of course we are going to build it right around here, somewhere in this area here. Just a gas station for the big trucks that'll be coming out of the, of course, tree farm, and, maybe some of the bigger trucks that are going to the factory delivering coal or wood or whatever it may be. And, of course, for, like, cars and everything like that, too, because, every town needs a gas station, right? And then I also would like to put in a media store over here, because in the end of last episode, we put in a small record farm, and, kids like records, and we're going to put a school over here, so, may as well give them something they like. So let's go ahead and let's get started with terraforming this, and we'll see how it turns out. And after a couple splashes of bone meal, guys, this is what we got. I think it looks pretty cool. So you'll notice there's like grass missing in some areas, and that's because we're waiting for the grass to spread there. If you bone meal dirt, nothing happens. You can't even do it. So this will just be a matter of waiting until the grass actually spreads onto these dirt blocks. So just got to give that one time. I mean, there's no rush. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It is a hillside, so it's not like they're really majorly keeping up with the upkeep on it. And, it gives it a little bit more color. It's not just like a dead hill. Here's what we have left of dirt. And this is literally all the dirt I have left in my world. I'm not kidding you guys. We are completely out of dirt, as weird as that sounds to say. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start putting dirt in over here. And we're just going to go till we run out, because you figure I have, 8 stacks. And then I have like a couple grass blocks to like spread the grass. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's get started on that. Just see how far we get. Like I said, it's not going to be far, because we got to do at least enough till we can sense where this wall height is going to go. So I gotta ask, are you guys kind of like me? Like, you have a big project that you just kind of keep putting off, and you never really make any progress on it, and then when you do it, it's not really that big? That's kind of what happened here. So we have like this gentle slope coming down off of the road, and then, I just put a little fence up on top of the retaining wall, just to like catch any dirt that, falls down or stuff like that. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do this. I don't know if I just want to take it from 3 blocks to 2 blocks and then just down to 1. But I went ahead and I threw the rest of the bone meal we had over here. Some of the grass spread since I was working in the area. So, you can kind of tell where we need bone meal. Kind of like right there and right there. It's like 2 stripes. But that won't take too long, because we're going to be in this area a decent amount. So just got to wait for the grass to spread. Now, on to today's main project, and that is, of course, to eat a golden carrot. And then after you get done doing that, we are going to move on to adding our CD movie store thing in. And it's actually going to go right here. So we already have a brick wall established on this side. So all we have to do is, of course, we need to continue the sidewalk down for as long as, the building is, obviously. And then put it in. I don't know if I'm going to do a double entrance like this one on both corners. It might just be like a single entrance, and maybe we'll put like a small convenience store or something down here too. We have tons of options. We could do anything really. So, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's extend this sidewalk a little bit. The building itself is probably going to be as wide as this. It's a CD store. It doesn't need to be like super wide, because it's just like shelves and a counter. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's actually let's extend this sidewalk, and I'll try and get like a frame of the building and see how that looks. Well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This has been a pretty resource intensive build. I definitely didn't expect to need like as much as we did because I've been like messing around with like the color scheme and everything like that. So according to the picture I have, it kind of has this like sandstone base down here. And then this is like a terracotta colored, but it's like a real faint brick. And then this is a black pillar and black here. And I didn't want to go straight black because our road's like straight black. So I kind of went with an off grayish black, kind of like a pillar. And then on the sides is once again that little bit of faint brick. And then there's this white strip. And I can't quite figure it out. But this is about the best we can do in Minecraft because it just has this like little trim on it. And then I used quartz pillars up the side here. And then, of course, we got the famous arrow pointing straight down to the doorway for media play right here. So what we got to do is, of course, recreate this whole entire section we just did on this side over here. And then, thankfully, we don't really have to do like that wall or that wall because they're just going to join up with another building. So they'll be covered. So that we don't have to worry about too much. But we do have to redo this whole side over here. So I'm going to cut it again because, I mean, that took me out quite a while. It'll go faster now because I know what I'm doing. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of a progress update. So I went ahead and I got the other side in, of course. And we have the matching side to the front side. So there's two entrances into our building. And I also went ahead and put the floor down. I just went with polished diorite because that's kind of like what was always the floor in there. And then like they'd have carpet in between the aisles. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we can have a checkout stand like on either side of the door. And then we have the rest of this space to make our store. And then maybe put like customer service over here or something. So I also went ahead and you guys can see I got the sidewalk in. And I got more of the roadway in actually. So yeah, pretty cool. I grabbed the map so we can update it. So hopefully you guys can see it. And then it'll update after you see it. Oop, well. I kind of screwed that up. If I had been faster, you guys would have seen it. But yeah, that's it's kind of weird. Oh, okay. Because I was looking at it sideways. But all right, that is our current map, which I think looks pretty cool. M-Town is definitely coming together. It's starting to become a town. And then, I don't know, did I tell you guys what we're going to do on the other side of that building? I don't remember if I did. But I want to add, actually, an apartment building over there. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So I want to put like an apartment building over here and then extend it over to this side. So it'll take up basically this whole area here. And we'll make it like 3 or 4 floors. So then that way it sticks up. And then that means we got room for like a little shop right here in this area. So give me some ideas for a little shop. We already have an ice cream parlor. Like, should we just make it like a real quick like walk in, like kind of eat place, like grab some food to go or something? You know, I think that might be a good idea, like a pizza shack or something, you know, just like fits right in there. And then that can share the alleyway with, of course, the little ice cream parlor we have. So let's go ahead and, of course, let's get started on the interior of this thing because you're not going to be in business very long if you don't have a lot of stuff for sale, am I right? Well, guys, it's been a little while since we checked in. I know it's only been like 3 seconds for you, but it's been like a day and a half for me because I just could not figure out this interior, but I got something down, which is better than nothing, right? So you walk in here, and of course you got your doors with your iron handles. I think that looks pretty cool. You know, they can close, quote unquote. And then you have your shelves over here, and I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to make these like real life shelves or kind of like make them like a Minecraft store shelves. So I kind of settled with like a Minecraft store because, I mean, it's Minecraft. Like, we got to still have fun with this after all, right? So I believe there's 16 albums in the game or records or CDs or whatever you want to call them. So I put 16 barrels in. I haven't gotten the records in here yet. Over here is where we're going to put like our t-shirt section where we can sell t-shirts. And I'll show you guys a cool little trick with that. And then over here, I'm thinking we're going to do like posters. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those, but like, you know, they have like those giant flippy displays of posters. Well, we're just going to throw some on the wall and then put like a barrel with like, hey, posters. And then over here in this corner, I think we'll sell jukeboxes because you need a jukebox to listen to music. And then of course we'll put our registers in and customer service. So yeah, I got a little bit of the ceiling left to go, and we got to do those little things. So I got to go make a ton more concrete. So I'm going to go do that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's go over what we got done so far. So it's actually been another day because this interior has taken me quite a while. Now, it's like a lot of like, how do you make things look like things and so on and so forth kind of deal. So here we have our records in. I finally got them all in. Of course, we have like a bunch of cat and we have like 3 pig step records. And then these are all the other records that we have. Obviously, we don't have any on the ends yet or the outsides, but I figure we'll get like the main part done. Over here is where our t-shirt selection is. And if you guys like hold on like 1 second, I'll show you how you get the blocks in here like this. And then over here is kind of like our poster section. You can come over here. Oh, look at all these giant posters. Oh, I'm going to buy one, right? And then over on this side of the store is, of course, where we put like our radios and boom boxes. You can buy your speakers. We have different size towers of speakers and everything. We have our cashier here, which is kind of just waiting. And, you can put the stuff on the conveyor belt and they check it out here. And the same thing over here. We have another cashier. And over on this side is, of course, customer service. So, you buy something doesn't work. Come over here. How can I help you? We already had some posters returned and some speakers, but hey, it is what it is. So let's go ahead. Let's grab our redstone box because that's actually how you get those blocks underneath of your armor stands. And what you need is just a piston and a lever or a button. So we have a piston here and we have a lever here. And then we just go ahead and I actually put them in my heart bar so I can actually use them. All right, so what you do is put your armor stand down, and it's a little bit easier if you put like the clothes on it beforehand. So then you place a piston facing in, the lever, and then you just push the block into the armor stand, and it kind of makes it look like it's just like the display of the t-shirt. So pretty quick little building hack for you guys. So, if you want to do something like that in your world, go ahead. I mean, it's just a little bit more, just a little bit more detail you can add. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some hidden lighting in because these lights up here don't really light up down here, as you can tell. I haven't had anything spawn yet, but I don't want to run the risk of having anything spawn because I would like to make this whole town essentially mob proof, ironically. And here's what we got done so far on the roof. The roof is going to be all quartz because it's the only white slab that we have in the game. And I'm actually out of quartz from all that we did with the mining. So I'm going to have to go do more ancient debris mining and get even more to cover this roof. And this will, of course, spawn proof the roof. And, I'll probably add like a satellite dish and like a radio antenna up here because it is a media store after all. Well, guys, to finish off this build, I went ahead and I got most of the exterior landscaping in. I mean, not all of it. I'm missing like a couple like flowers and bushes here and there. But, I mean, it looks pretty nice outside, I think. And then, of course, I went ahead and I laid down a bunch of carpeting and I hid end rods under it. So it's all lit up. Went ahead, I added some bushes in here on composters, kind of give it like a little splash of color so it's not just, a bunch of items for sale. Like they're trying to make the store more homely, I guess you could say. And added them in behind the register too. Just a little bit of detail. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to call this inside of the build completed. We almost completed the outside. Of course, like I said, we need a ton more quartz. And I doubled up a carpet up there. But we got to go ahead and add media play to the outside. And like I said, finish up the roof. But that's actually all the time I have for this episode, guys, because this took a lot longer than expected. So, like I said, in the beginning of next episode, we'll go ahead, we'll put the words on there, and we'll focus on getting quartz. And I know I said that I was going to build a gas station 2 in this also, but we just ran out of time. And we'll do that actually next episode, which is good because it gives me more time to plan. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and as always, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.